For today's tip of the day, let's take a look at Owlwood hole 2. This is one that I always shoot for eagle on this hole. And the reason being, and I'm just going to throw a disc down here. Um, this is probably going to get wet, and that's my goal. Is even if you go in the water off the drive, it's about 110 feet to the basket, which is pretty makeable for most people, I think. And that's to save birdie. So I think it's a very safe drive to go for eagle. And when I'm typically, that was the glide skip. I don't throw the glide skip there for that reason. I go glide roll. I always slide to the right. I always move the chevrons over, but you don't want to challenge this tree too much, or this tree line. But somewhere about here. And then give her a pretty good amount of hyzer. You want to try to get as close as you can to the top of the hill without going down. You start to go down the hill, it's probably not a good day for you. And then from here, you want to take about 20 foot off of that distance for your power. So 170 works out to about 150. And this is a very good spot to be in too, because at this point you have that tree as your backdrop that may save you if you miss the basket. So let's go about 150, see if we can get the eagle somewhere about here. Wait for the wobble. And we got the eagle. So that is my goal every time on this hole, is to get the eagle. Now the only time it's a little tricky is if it's a 3-wind out of the right, in which case you want to slide over to the right and toss your drive down the right side of the fairway. Not with this wind. If it's out of the right, it's a 3-wind, and that's going to push you to the top of the hill. If you throw it down the middle, that's probably going to carry you OB into the water there. But with this wind, even, it makes it a little challenging too to get probably close enough for the eagle look. I mean, the wind, obviously, there's some times where you're just going to have to accept that you might not have an eagle look, just like you don't have an ace look with some winds. So 188, and I'm going to take 20 off, plus the 3 headwinds, going to take another 10, so I'm down to about 150 again. So let's see if that's close. And the math was wrong, apparently. But I still got the birdie, and birdie's not bad, but obviously eagle is better, and I'm always playing for eagle here. If I have a horrible drive and I'm like 220, 230 out, then okay, I'm going to lay up on the island and just go for the birdie and move on. But anything under 200 feet from the island, I'm running it, trying to get the eagle. So that is Owlwood hole 2. Hope you learned something. And if you got some other lines that are working for you, please share them. Helps me, helps others. And we'll see you around the valley.